We live in a world where everyone's talking, sharing, posting, broadcasting every detail of their life in 4K clarity, and yet, the people who seem the most grounded, the most magnetic, the most powerful, they say less. They protect certain truths, like sacred fire. Carl Jung, the legendary depth psychologist, didn't just study the human psyche. He mapped out the unseen terrain of the soul. And one of his most haunting insights is this: until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Some things, when spoken too early or too openly, become distorted, twisted, weaponized, and misunderstood. And worst of all, they lose their magic. So in this video, we're not talking about silence as a social tactic. We're talking about silence as self-preservation, energetic hygiene, and a conscious choice in a noisy, overstimulated world. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll learn why withholding certain truths isn't secrecy. It's actually a higher form of wisdom. We'll unpack 6 invisible truths that, when spoken at the wrong time or to the wrong person, can unravel your mental clarity, fragment your spiritual energy, and even attract the exact chaos you're trying to avoid. Let's begin. Number 1. Never tell what you see in someone else's shadow. We've all been there. You notice someone's self-sabotage, their toxic loop, their blind spot. You want to help. You think, if I just reflect this back to them with love, they'll see it. But Carl Jung would caution you, people can't see their shadow until they're ready, and forcing that mirror on them only creates shame, denial, or distance. Why? Because the shadow, the unconscious, rejected parts of ourselves, isn't something people just see when you point it out. It's something they must unearth when their soul is ready to evolve. When you expose someone's shadow before they have the ego strength to process it, it doesn't heal, it wounds. This is why some of your most heartfelt feedback falls flat, or even makes people defensive. Jung's work shows that transformation happens when insight meets readiness, not before, and not on your timeline. So if you're energetically tuned in, protect your vision. Just because you can see what's hidden in others doesn't mean it's your job to reveal it. Wisdom means knowing when to stay silent and when to let people walk their own maze. Number 2, the real reason you cut someone off. We often feel the urge to explain ourselves when we step away from a connection. But here's the truth. Some exits aren't about drama or conflict. They're about vibration, misalignment, and a shift in your frequency that doesn't need validation. When you've outgrown a relationship, Jung would say you've integrated a new part of your psyche. You've leveled up. And sometimes, holding on would mean betraying your path. Explaining why you left someone, especially if they won't understand, is often a self-sacrifice of your inner peace. It invites debate, guilt, gaslighting. But you don't owe your evolution to anyone's approval. This isn't ghosting, it's energetic closure. And if you try to explain a soul decision to someone operating from ego, they'll try to pull you back into their storm. Your peace isn't a courtroom. Let the silence speak, and let the boundary breathe. Number 3, the kindness you did that no one saw. In a world where everyone's virtue signals for validation, doing something good without announcing it feels countercultural. But that's exactly the point. Carl Jung believed that true individuation, the journey toward the higher self, requires internal alignment over external applause. So when you do something kind and no one sees it, it's sacred. That's the real work. Because the moment you brag about your good deed, it becomes currency in the ego economy. It's no longer just kindness. It's performance. The spiritual weight evaporates. And what's worse, it feeds the very part of you, your persona, that Jung warned us about. The mask you wear to win love, not live truth. Your soul doesn't need a stage. It needs integrity. That moment you help someone without filming it, without expecting a thank you, without posting it for likes. That was divine. That was the universe working through you. And when you give anonymously, energetically or materially, it echoes louder than anything you could say out loud. Let your higher self be the witness. Let your karma track your good deeds, not the algorithm. Number 4, don't talk about your plans before they're rooted. There's a reason seeds grow in darkness. Silence protects potential. Before a dream becomes reality, it exists in a sacred, fragile state. Speak too soon, and you invite doubt, distortion, or even envy into the room. Carl Jung explored the concept of psychic energy, what he called libido, not just as sexual force, but as life force. Every idea, every goal carries psychic energy, and when you share a plan too early, you leak that energy. You disperse it. You make it vulnerable to opinions, judgments, or disbelief. Think about the times you told someone your dream and they raised an eyebrow. Or worse, gave you polite indifference. That moment, something deflated inside you. Not because your dream was wrong, but because it wasn't ready to stand on its own yet. You were still nurturing it. You needed protection, not projection. The psyche is fertile soil, and just like a baby in the womb, your ideas need time to form. Speaking prematurely is like opening the oven before the cake is baked. All the warmth escapes. Nothing rises. This isn't about secrecy, it's about sovereignty. Your dreams deserve the strength of your belief before they face the wind of other people's doubt. So keep watering, keep building. And when the bloom is undeniable, you won't need to explain, you'll just become it. Number 5, what you think of someone else. You might think sharing your opinion, especially about people in your circle, is harmless. But here's what no one tells you. When you speak about others, you're also exposing yourself. Carl Jung famously said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." It means that what you say about others is often more about your own inner world than theirs. Judging someone, especially in casual conversations or mutual circles, is often your shadow talking. That disowned part of you, the envy, the insecurity, the fear, gets projected outward. And when we speak from that place, it's not clarity, it's projection. And people sense it. Worse, if the person you're talking to isn't grounded, that information becomes gossip, fuel, and ammunition. And it can be used against you, even if you didn't mean it that way. Self-aware people might notice your projection. They won't call you out directly, but they'll file it away. They'll see the patterns. They'll know your commentary on others is a mirror, not a window. And those who aren't self-aware will repeat what you said, maybe twist it, maybe quote you in a different tone. Suddenly you're part of a story you never meant to star in. Protect your energy and protect your discernment. When you're tempted to speak about someone, pause and ask, is this about them? Or am I revealing more about myself? Keep in mind, clarity doesn't always need a voice. Some truths only serve when held in stillness. Number 6, the private dynamics of your romantic relationship. We all need to vent sometimes, but there's a fine line between seeking support and spilling sacred details. Every time you share intimate truths about your relationship, especially during conflict, you're inviting outside energy into a space meant to be protected. Carl Jung would describe this as the sacred union of opposites, anima and animus, feminine and masculine, the inner couple. When you disrupt that dance with gossip, complaint, or overexposure, you create cracks in the psychic bond. Yes, it's okay to get support, but oversharing every fight, every insecurity, every annoyance, that's not healing, that's leaking. And every leak invites interference, jealousy, comparison, opinions that don't understand your history. Even well-meaning friends can taint the waters. Suddenly, someone who doesn't know the full context of your love is offering advice based on fragments, and those fragments distort your perception. Energetically speaking, your relationship is a frequency, and speaking on it, especially in anger, alters the field. You begin to focus more on flaws than growth, more on what's wrong than what we're building. Jung would remind us, relationships are alchemical vessels. They transform us, but only if we protect their sacred container. When the inner dynamic is constantly exposed to external judgment, it loses its power to transform. So speak to a therapist, journal, meditate, but let your relationship breathe in sacred privacy. What's sacred grows. What's exposed too often withers. So now that you've heard all 6, take a breath. This isn't just a list of things to keep quiet about. It's a blueprint for preserving your inner peace, spiritual momentum, and energetic clarity in a world that constantly demands disclosure. Carl Jung's psychology wasn't about pretending or performing. It was about integration, becoming whole, and part of becoming whole is knowing what not to say. Because silence isn't emptiness, it's intelligence. When you don't reveal what you see in someone else's shadow, you respect their timeline. When you don't justify your exits, you protect your vibration. When you don't announce your kindness, you allow the universe to record it. When you don't spill your plans, you give them space to root and rise. When you don't critique others, you free yourself from your own projections. And when you keep your romantic intimacy sacred, you keep the love strong. These aren't rules, they're practices. Habits of a mind that's awake, a soul that's growing, a life that's unfolding in harmony with something deeper than approval. You don't have to speak everything you feel. You don't have to explain everything you do. In fact, the more aligned you become, the less explaining you'll feel the need to do. So next time you feel the urge to share one of these 6 things, pause and ask yourself, is this serving my higher self or feeding my lower one? If this video gave you clarity, share it with someone who's ready to reclaim their peace too. Drop a comment below. Which one of these hit you hardest? Or, which one have you broken before, and what did you learn from it? And if you're on a journey of self-awareness, energy, and higher consciousness, subscribe to Fractal Wisdom for more videos that speak directly to your soul. Thank you for being here. Now go protect your magic.